So we've got Blood Vision code in tonight's final of Friday Night 9 Ball, and the final's the first 8 racks. It's a handicap tournament, so once his opponent joins the room, we'll see what the handicap's going to be, if any. I don't think there'll be much of a handicap because Blood's on a rating of 1954, and Stevo UK, who's going to be his opponent, is probably in a very similar rating after his final on the loser's side match against Larry. There might be one rack in it, if any, but I think it might be a scratch match. Let's have a quick look at the brackets just before the match starts. So we'll see that Stevo UK beat Larry in the loser's side by 7 racks to 4. And you'll see that these two guys are playing in the final. Let's just shrink that down a bit. You'll also notice that the let me just refresh this a bit. You'll notice that the those in the loser's side, the guy in 4th place gets 115 VP dollars, and the losers, Larry, who lost in the loser's side final, he gets $180. And the winner of tonight's final gets 540, and the runner-up gets 270. Just to point out also that this tournament has a 10-minute timeout for each round, so as soon as your room appears in the lobby, in the tournament lobby, if you're not in it by the time the 10-minute countdown runs out, then you will forfeit the match. Here we go. Stevo's arrived. We're now getting the lag for the break. And Stevo won the lag, from what it seems on my end. Just as a thought, the ratings are very close. Stevo's in 1962 and Blood's in 1954, so it's a first to 8 racks match, no handicaps given. Also playing with I think it's a 30-second shot clock with 2 15-second extensions, so that's a minute for each of them to take the shot, which is more than enough time. This tournament started at 8 PM GMT. The time is now 11:40 PM, so it's been going on for 3 hours 40 minutes, and it will probably be just around or slightly over the 4-hour mark for a Friday Night 9 Ball tournament, double elimination, which isn't too bad. Blood with ball in hand, 1 ball, draw up the table for the 2 ball onto the 5, I would assume. This 3 ball's going to be a bit tricky. Question of whether he tries to just cut it along the rail into the left hand pocket as we look at it, but having said that, he's totally taking his eye off the ball, thinking about where he was going to leave the cue ball for the 3 and totally missed the 2 onto the 5. And that's a well played shot, nice pace, perfect angle on the 4 to get back up for the 6. He could just stun this in with a bit of right hand side, and that's pretty good. Again, there's only like the 3 balls on the table, but that's enough traffic to get caught up in it. This is a really, really thin cut. And he's played that well, and he's going to have to pull out another good shot. That almost got away there. Goes for the bank again. Pulls it out the bag. First rack goes to Stevo UK. 9 ball stays at the other end of the table. We're actually at the wrong end. Let's just move round. This looks so simple, but that's what can happen. Now, can he get to the potting angle of that 7? It looks very tight. Yeah, well played. Had to put a bit of swerve on the ball just to make the angle. So Blood Vision Code breaks his duck. He's tied the match up at 1 rack all. Ball goes in on the break. No shot in the 1 ball other than a thin cut down the rail, which should bring him nicely across the table with the cue ball for the 3. I think he got a double kiss there on the rail. Tried to cross bank that or double it, and scratched. In principle, but probably would have been better risking the cut down the rail. That way the cue ball was going nowhere near a pocket. And this is going to finish awkward. And I think we're going to the bank again. Now, is he going to get control of this cue ball? That's better played. Left himself nice angle on the 5 just to roll the 5 in, drop the cue ball off the bottom rail and back up for the 6. Just keep this side of the 6. And I don't know why he did that. Okay, he's got a straight pot on the 6, but he could have made that a lot simpler. Didn't have to run it as hard as that. The less distance you have to run the cue ball, the less likely you are to run into problems. And here's a problem. He's left that short, so now he's got an awkward cut on this 8 ball. No worries in getting on the 9, but he's got to really concentrate on this 8. And he's done it well. So it's 2 racks to 1 to Stevo UK. I think he might find himself in a bit of trouble here in a minute or two. If he banks this red down into this left hand corner, gets the cue ball back across, he could use those 3 balls in the left hand pocket, the other 5, the 7, the 5, the 8 and the 9 as blockers. I don't know what he's trying here though. Well, he went for a low percentage shot there, tried a tough cut down the rail. Really tough to get any position on that 4 from that angle. Jump stick comes out. And totally missed the ball. Whether he used the W key to step back there and actually line up that shot first of all before he hit it. Just drop the 8 ball in, leave the cue ball where it is, and roll the 9 in. So we're all square again at 2 racks all. Blood vision code breaking. He's choosing a centre break. Hitting the 1 ball right on the face. Gets a ball in the break. Thin cut in the 1. And need to work out some sort of trick shot here to get on the 2. Maybe use that 9 to force it and keep it this side of the... Oh no. I don't know what he tried, but again, didn't get the first object of the exercise, and that was potting the 1 ball. Same problem here for Stevo, is somehow getting a shot on this 2. Oh, and that was really lucky. How lucky is that? Just right in between the 7 and the 4 ball, missing both of them, hitting the rail and bouncing out for the 2. Is he going to get lucky again? I think he has, you know. Oh, I think he can get to that 3. Even if he can't, he's just a little dab of English round it. He can make the pot angle. Yeah. But, well, the least said about that shot, the better. Eight, 9, roll it in. Still going with the centre break. Just playing the cue ball from where it actually is spotted. So we're looking for a 2 or a 4 ball going in from the wing here. None of them went in. Dry break. Oh, how's that for luck? That 9 ball ties the match up again at 3 racks all. But he's hit that too hard. Now a good safety shot here would be the thing to go for. Just cut that onto the rail and hide the cue ball, but there's a desperation to keep trying potting balls in 9 ball, and it doesn't work all the time. Why people keep doing it. That's another example. Now that's where he should have put the cue ball for a safety. What he should have done is cut that red off the corner onto the back rail and put the cue ball where it is. But again, he's went for a thin cut in the 3. Okay, he had a shot in the 5, but it just goes to prove my point about thinking in the safety side of things. It's the onus isn't on trying to pot every single ball every single time you see a ball. Just leave the cue ball again. Probably stop it dead there or just roll through and out as long as you get a shot on the 7. Cue ball should just come out into the middle of the table for the 8 ball into the left middle. If he's the right side of the 8 ball, he would then have an easy 9, but he's now messed that up. That's a really poor shot. There's no way he should have been sitting there if he'd went through with the shot. Now this cue ball could end up anywhere in the table. He's got away with it. Just got to concentrate in the pot. If he's at a bit of bottom in the cue ball, it'll run to the side rail, it won't go in off. But he's overdone it. A gift. Absolute gift for Stevo. Remember, that was just a poor shot into that top left pocket on the 7, where he should have rolled that in with a bit of power to make sure the cue ball was out in the middle of the table to leave an easy 7 ball into the middle and drop down for the 9 ball into the same middle pocket. That would have been end of rack. But again, a poor shot eventually cost him. He wasn't getting ideal position. He'd left an awkward cut back on the 9, threw away the rack. I hope these two watch this video once I upload it. Same thing, just concentrate on the pot on the 4 ball. You don't need to worry about the cue ball, and why he chose to take it in that corner is beyond me. It was a simple enough cut into the middle and just roll the cue ball down the table and get a simpler shot on the 5, because that would have taken the cue ball over for the 6 down into the top right pocket. And now things are going haywire here. They don't want to pot balls now. Late, it's almost midnight. It's been running 4 hours, the tournament. So these guys have played a few matches, so you can expect that they're getting a bit tired. Been sitting playing matches and waiting for matches. That's a great opportunity to get a 2-rack lead. Now, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be rolling the 6 in, good bit of top on it, but we're going for the drawback, and the drawback means the cue ball wants to go left. You see, now he's got this awkward cut. It should go in, but the cue ball's going to be travelling again. So he gets a 9. Stevo leads by 5 racks to 3. And breaking. Does he get any luck? 6 ball goes in. And unfortunately, I don't know what that one was that went in. But he's been lucky he's got a shot in the 2. But the awkward one is going to be 4 to 5. Avoid that 8 ball. He can roll through. I think he's got a nice angle just to roll through on this 4, but again he'll be leaving himself a long 5. And this has got a slight angle, and he should roll through and go round the two corners here. Oh no, he managed to hold it. That's a better shot than I thought he'd get. He's taking these well. Simple roll. It goes in, and Stevo UK now sitting on the hill, breaking. A couple of balls go down, and he's got a shot on the one ball. Now he just needs to be careful he doesn't hook himself behind this 7. Oh dear. That's a nasty one. He could play in off the 6, or he could try and pour it in the pocket. As it is, oh, just hit the jaw. Lots of right hand English there on the cue ball. Kick it across for the 4. Now this could be a problem unless he just stuns it past the 9. Just drew it past it. Again, he should either finish left or right of this 9 ball as we look at it. He should be nowhere near the 9 ball to pot this once he gets a 7. And he's okay. So Blood secures his 4th rack in the match, breaking again. Sixth ball goes in top right as we look at it. 1 ball's finished in the rail. He's going to have to actually knock this one off the rail to get the 7 to make the pot. It might go in. Yeah, just played at nice pace just for it to hold in off that jaw. Always going to the jaw, and any harder than that it would have probably rattled. I don't know whether he's going to try and hold by the 4 ball or draw onto the rail and go round the angles to come out for the 3. Difficult to say looking at this angle. Again, he's too busy concentrating where he's going to put the cue ball. He's forgotten the 2 ball. This is a golden opportunity for Stevo to secure the match. 5 ball, of course, is awkward, sitting there behind the 8, although it goes into both pockets, and he's overhit that. Is he going to run this into the right middle and try and get the cue ball all the way around the table? No, he's gone for the bank. No thought whatsoever in where he was putting the cue ball, so he's got no shot in the 5. And this is going to be difficult to keep safe. And that's actually not a bad shot. Would have been helpful if it hadn't hit the jaw of that middle pocket. The cue ball would have been near the rail at the kitchen end of the table. This is really tough. And it's there. Cue ball coming to rest right on the rail, I think. Now again, it looks simple enough. Tendencies to overcut these. The question is where's the cue ball going to finish up? Now again, he's wanting to put lots of English on it for no reason whatsoever, and made the shot 3 or 4 times more difficult than it actually was. Why he did that, I don't know. You need to ask him. He didn't need any English on it. And he's thrown away the match. Simple little cut in the 9 ball. And Stevo UK clinches another victory in Friday night 9 ball. Oh, sorry, no. It's to 7. My mistake. I forget it's to 8. I want to go to bed. So he's leading by 7 racks to 4 in this race to 8 final. All the other matches were a race to 7. I'm actually forgetting it's a race to 8. My apologies. Now, can he get some sort of run out here to clinch the match this time? Can you drop in behind the 3? And again, he would have left a shot in the 2, but forgot about the 1 ball. Possible combo in the 7 with this 3 ball. They try and split them and get lucky. He tried a little split there to manoeuvre that 3 into a better position. Is he going to try and play a bank here with this 7? It looks as if he could make it, but he's I don't know, he might be trying some sort of combo in a 9. It's difficult to say. As it is, it's ended up a nothing shot. Probably struggling for ideas, but I saw a chance of a possible bank with that 7 using the 3 ball. It could have been made. He didn't go for it. So this time Stevo has the 5 ball. Just needs to get it in. Cue ball needs to stay away from that middle pocket. Yeah, nice angle on the 6. Just needs to either check it up off the rail or he's just rolling it in slow. Now this is awkward. Simple enough, but he needs to just get the cue ball right out into the middle of the table or as far left as he can. This 9 definitely to clinch the match. And it's there. At last. So Stevo UK wins Friday night 9 ball final by 8 racks to 4.